What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a great day. We are just going to have a little bit of fun today, and we're going to play some games. So, the poll was definitely KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 was what won the poll. However, somebody alerted me on Twitter, I think it was JD Cowan, alerted me on Twitter that it doesn't really work out so good for streaming. The OBS software, the capture software I use, doesn't play nice with it, and so I went and tested it out real quick, and it does some really weird stuff. So we'll probably do that on a future date when I can actually figure out a different solution to that, and really, I don't know, figure out how I can actually show you the gaming footage, because that's kind of the point of doing like a Let's Play or a stream. But I thought it might be fun to just have a little bit of a fun and enjoyable escape. Number 2 winner was actually Oblivion when I added up the votes. Morrowind was actually the winner on Twitter, but a lot more people voted on YouTube, and so I think Oblivion has it. It doesn't matter to me. I can do either one, but what I thought it might be fun to do with this is just kind of leave most of the decisions up to the audience. And the reason KOTOR 2 I thought would be fun is because there's a lot of little like, do you do this or do you do that? And people can decide, are we going to go light side, dark side? KOTOR 2 is a game, just while I'm talking, KOTOR 2 is a game that was really hated when it was released. I didn't meet a single other person in all my travels until like people on Twitter said they liked it, that ever liked the game. They all thought it was bad. It was unfinished when it was released. There was missing scenes. The final act, you just kind of get things just kind of go haywire towards the end of the game. It was clearly shipped early. I don't know if they fixed that later on, or if people who were maybe younger when the game came out just were more forgiving of it. But I thought it might be fun to take another look at Knights of the Old Republic 2 for those reasons. Just because it was definitely something that was not appreciated when it came out. It was basically the last Jedi of Knights of the Old Republic, even though it was only number 2. So people have wondered, why was there never a Knights of the Old Republic 2? It's because people really hated Knights of the Old Republic. And why was there never a Knights of the Old Republic 3? It's because people really hated Knights of the Old Republic 2. It was trashed like pretty universally, and I think it might be fun to go back and take another look at that. Though we did eventually get the Old Republic online much later, but it was always a thing like, why didn't we get KOTOR 3? It's because people didn't really like KOTOR 2. They thought it was really bad. So anyway, the problem with KOTOR 2 is that it just doesn't the fans fixed it, so they never fixed it. The fans did. It's still a pain to get working. It doesn't really play nice with OBS, so maybe I'll figure out a solution in the future. In the meantime, let's go ahead. We'll play some Oblivion because I've done a lot of Oblivion content here. I'd love to do more Morrowind. I have a modded version of Morrowind that it's pretty fun to play. It's not the newest one, but it looks really good. It's a really good looking game. So let me do a little straw poll. I have some straw polls up here. Let's do another one between Oblivion and Morrowind because we just want to have some fun. So let's create the poll, and we'll share it. And I'll share another poll that's just what race should we do? Because that's fun as well. And to me, it doesn't matter. Like, I know I did videos on how to maximize your character on Oblivion. That's not necessarily what I want to do for these streams, because that's a process of like creating a super duper character, and it's also would be really boring to watch, where you're like, okay, I need to go get some athletics skill up, so I'm going to go swim back and forth in the lake there for a couple of times until I get the skill ups I need. That's really boring to watch. That's much more fun to focus on gameplay. Plus with Oblivion, I think, although I enjoy the kind of meticulousness of seeing my character get more and more powerful, it's not really the way the game was completely designed. The game was designed for you to play the way that you wanted to play, and your character would just get better and better at the things you liked to do. So if you were playing an agent, you just get better and better at using the bow and drinking potions, right? Because that's what you would focus on doing. Or using your illusion spells or whatever it's going to be. So that I think is a little bit more fun to watch, and it's a little more fun to interact with because it makes the world more difficult. It becomes a much more difficult game, and to me that's enjoyable. So that's another complaint. It's like Oblivion gets really hard if you're not doing efficient leveling. It's like, yeah, games scale up in difficulty. That's kind of how they're supposed to go. So it looks like they're pretty evenly split. Right now, I've had 6 people vote, so I appreciate everybody watching, by the way, and coming by to just hang out for a little bit. Yeah, if I could get Kodor to work, that would be fun. And I thought I'd do, one of the things. So I also want to take some time while people are maybe looking at these little straw polls. I will do one more for gender. Why not? While people are looking at these little straw polls and deciding what I'm going to do. So I didn't have a live stream this week. I didn't have the NewPub talk. And there's a bunch of reasons for that. It's been really busy. I couldn't really line people up ahead of time. I couldn't really think about this ahead of time. But the stream also was just not doing very well as far as numbers go. So as far as numbers go, it's just not performing up to where I would like it to be for the time investment that's going on. That doesn't mean I'm never going to have other creators on or anything like that. It just means that stream in particular was just lagging a little bit compared to what it used to be, to what I used to do with it. And looking at the numbers, especially the video on demand numbers after the fact, I don't think that that's like what the audience really wants me to be doing or is really interested in, is having, these more broad discussions with other creators about culture and things like that and creating. So I'm going to retool. I'm going to think about the next thing. I'd said, I wanted to try something different. I didn't want to keep talking about writing craft endlessly week after week. I started repeating topics. You start running out of stuff to say that you think is novel or interesting or important, which is also kind of where I'm at with that as well. And I decided to give it 3 months. At the end of 3 months, which is where we were at last week, I looked at all the numbers and it just wasn't performing as well as I would like it to be. Doing a live stream is usually a stressor for me, whether it's a game or anything else. And it's very stressful for me to do it on Wednesdays. I don't know. I picked Wednesdays because it was a day in the middle of the week where I'd have to focus on the channel for a few hours. So I'll probably move the day maybe to a weekend to get more people in. I don't know. I'll try a couple different things out as far as live streaming goes. Definitely, I'm probably going to pull it off Wednesday. Wednesday's always been kind of a major stressor for my family the last year because of trying to manage kids and watching kids and that kind of stuff. And I feel like a lot of people just weren't tuning in on Wednesday. A lot of other channels that I think I share audience with started to put their shows on Wednesday for some reason. So that kind of cut into the audience a little bit. But the main thing is I don't think I was looking at the VOD performance, the video on demand performance, the afterwards views. I just don't see a lot of interest there from the audience as far as numbers go. So it means we need to move on and do something different. Now I like gaming streams because I honestly have a big problem forcing myself to do things that are fun. I know that it might surprise people that are like, man, I have so much trouble working when I'm like, I have trouble not working and doing something fun, but you have to do it. And this is actually a chapter in my book, which you can get. It just came out. Not the Fantasy Christmas Spectacular. Not Corona Shan Spreading the Love, which you can get that one as well. But Keys to Prolific Creativity, here it is. So I talk about that in this one. I know I'm using kind of darker lights because staring at a light bulb for me while gaming is just not going to work. So with that one, there's a whole chapter in here about analyzing art, and that's something that you have to do. You have to take time to play games or read, and I'm really bad about that. I want to spend all my time working, or it's late, and I know that I need to do something fun, or I'm going to have trouble with the transition. So anyway, let's take a look at how these polls are doing. See if anyone cared. Breton and Kitty are winning. Now I like Looks like Oblivion's going to win. I like Breton the best as far as the racials go. And the reason is because Bretons have magic resistance, which is good all the way through the game, whereas other races have abilities which are just become moot the further you go. So, Imperial bonus to Speechcraft, who cares? In Oblivion, Speechcraft is like really easy to overcome any problems with. It's not a Morrowind. Speechcraft is a much bigger thing because you can access a lot more conversations. Not so much in Oblivion. You have this race has +5 to bows. Like all that starting stuff just becomes moot as you level up, but the resistance to magic doesn't become moot. So let's go ahead. Let's hop into it, and I think Oblivion is the one that has it. So here we go. Let's hopefully this works. Now I do play a modded Oblivion, by the way. So for anybody that is curious as to all the mods, I can do like a video on what mods I actually run sometime. I notice in my little overlay, like all my books, over that way, all my books, it's like I have so many more books than those, but I made this a long time ago. So here we go. And I really like the music for Oblivion quite a bit. I think it's some of my favorite music, I think, is Oblivion's music. Probably more favorite than Skyrim. We've got to watch the whole intro to get the full experience. Here it goes. The slowly shrinking text. I'm trying to remember what font that is. I think it's actually a variation of Sinzel, but they just did like a ton of like Photoshop effects to it. Alright, so we're going to do a new one. Real quickly, I'm going to actually adjust a couple things with my windows here. We can actually see what's going on. Oh! There's our first problem. Sometimes this game crashes when you tab out of it. There we go again. Let's see if this works. Yeah. The menu theme actually is a combination of all of the themes, all of the music in the entire game. There it goes. So if you listen to it, you'll hear like a piece of every single theme in the game. And so the way Jeremy Soule composed the music is he had like a bunch of themes, and he has like a bunch of different little ways that they appear, and it creates this great, what I would call an impressionist texture. I'm actually going to move my mic a little closer. There we go. You guys can hear me a little better over here, hopefully. There we go. Yeah. All right. So it creates kind of an impressionist style, which I really, really appreciate. And I kind of want to do that for the next Zool album, is like soundtrack to a game which doesn't exist. All right. We're going to do a new game. Start a new game. All right. And I think Breton won. Breton and Kitty were tied. So, I mean, should I do Breton or Kitty? Oh, we get to watch this video. Patrick Stewart.
For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of...
Yeah, Imperial Speechcraft was great in Morrowind. Speechcraft was actually something that was a tough skill. All the skills mattered. So the thing about Oblivion, it's a great game, but like there's what I call dead skills and even dead attributes, really. Speechcraft is one. Mercantile's one. You can really overcome any kind of lack of mercantile skill. Another one is lockpicking. Like, you can overcome any security deficit with skill, because it's like a skill-based minigame. It's not a minigame where you need to be great at it, or like you have to have special skill. But because Morrowind had a check on every single skill, it worked. The only thing about Morrowind I don't like is the combat where you're like swinging your sword, and it's like, especially like in level 1, where you're like swinging a dagger at those first people in the mine, and they're like miss, 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 and then they kill you, and you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna reload, and maybe I'll get the lucky rolls and kill my first enemy and manage to get enough dagger skill to complete this stupid dungeon, you know, or whatever it's going to be. So I like the combat of Oblivion, probably the best of like the 3 main Elder Scrolls single player games people play. And I like the approach to auxiliary skills, probably the least. Like the fact that security skill just straight up doesn't matter. I forgot it like zooms you in, like zooms you into the little window here. All right, so I think we're gonna do Breton, male Breton. I think is what people picked. It's a good choice. I think they're gonna give us a choice of like there's so many different classes. I'm gonna make another straw poll here real quick. Let's hope the game doesn't like crash again. I'm gonna make another straw poll for just Rogue Mage Wizard. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we'll pick a class from there that's more fun. Rogue. Oh, Rogue Mage, Wizard, Warrior. And we'll do one from there. All right, there it is. Yeah, looks like Breton had it, male had it. All right, people really like males. I miss, you know, in Fallout 3 and I think Fallout New Vegas as well. I know for sure in Fallout 3, you could pick up a trait, which was like Lady Killer or Male Killer if you were a female. You could get some extra dialogue options with males if you were female. And because most of the NPCs were male, it was better if you wanted to do that. You could get more out of being female. Sounds like an Amiga keyboard. It's a DOS keyboard. What it's called. So male Breton. Let's see here. Face. So this is a Better Faces 2 mod, by the way, is what I'm running. In case anybody's wondering. It doesn't matter. Like, we're not really going to look at this character, are we? So it doesn't really matter how we design him. We can just, like, leave him. Randomize the face. Random. Random. Bretons are supposed to be like English. None of these chaps look English to me. That guy looks kind of English, but man, his eyes, you could drive a truck between them. All right, we'll do this guy. And eyes. All right. And tone, skin tone. That's a lighter skin. Lighten him up a bit. There he goes. Now he's looking a little bit more English. He looks fine. Eyes. Let's give him some. Oh yeah, you have some different colors with this mod. So like you get them like pine colored eyes or amber eyes. Those are blue, gray. Let's do blue. Age. Make him, oh yeah, we can make him old. Old as hell. It's like he has a beard pop in with this. Here. Now he looks kind of like an angry me with really big eyes. There we go. Whatever. Enter character name. I don't know. We'll just call him Stu for now. Stu 2. Alright. There he is. Sure you want to be a Breton? Yes. Alright. To move forward. Oh!
Snotty expression.
Oh yeah, he's going to talk to us.
You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs.
This is what I call expositional dialogue. It's telling you stuff that the character already knows.
Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No. What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton? You're not leaving the prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. You're going to die.
I love you. Later you get a quest to kill this guy, and it was so satisfying to like sneak back in and kill him. Yeah. The guards are coming for me! My sons, they're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
My job right now is to get you to see.
I heard they made Picard an android copy of Picard, which is totally something that they would do in New Trek. They're like, let's unintentionally further the transhumanist agenda.
We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You,
all right.
Prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
Oh, look at those little dust
Prisoner, stand away
beams.
from the door.
This was so
Over by the
cool.
window now.
This game looked so good, like in 2006 or whenever it came out.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
The better faces help a little bit, but I didn't mind the original faces too much.
Let me see your face.
And he looks a little better in this mod, I think.
Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next.
You don't know,
My
man.
blades are leading
Got
me
a
out
shank.
of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
I've never bothered watching. Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
What should I do? I go my own
So
way.
we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Yeah, movie remakes are things already seen, while video game remakes are experiences not yet seen. We've seen a couple. There was a remake of the original Resident Evil for the GameCube, which I remember being pretty good. But you're right, you know, it's not something that we've seen a whole lot of yet. And so people haven't really decided what they want. I know a lot of people were like really upset about the title of the Final Fantasy VII video, because I said, do we really need a Final Fantasy VII remake? And they were like, go back to eating avocado toast. I'm like, I said the game was good, but you know, people react to titles and not content, which kind of lets me know that you've actually nailed naming the video when you can do that. But yeah, the new Trek I have zero interest in, because
Protect the Emperor.
just, you know, stuff like that, like, oh, and Picard's secretly an android. It's like, this is a really dumb reveal, and one that just wouldn't ever happen in original Trek. Oh, Captain Reynolds is dead. Let's grab that steel short sword.
She's dead. Sorry, sire.
All right, get some clothes here. Woo, naked. That's another thing. I think I'd have to change the Morrowind. Oh, these aren't worth anything. I don't really need to strip these guys. Grab a torch, why not? I'd have to change the Morrowind mods I use, because one of them has like it's like got some nudity.
I'll take point. Let's move.
All right, let me see. Which one does more damage? Oh, obviously the katana does. All right, here we go. Now we're looking pretty sweet. By the way, those wrist irons, you should always hold on to the wrist irons because they're 0 weight and you can enchant them with chameleon or something like that. Or even feathered. So you can put them on to like carry stuff out of dungeons. So these are really good to hold on to because they're 0 weight. Anything that's 0 weight is really good to hold on to. Yeah, I don't think Reynolds always dies. I think sometimes he dies and sometimes he doesn't. I wonder if I could pickpocket this guy. Ale. Let's find out what happens. Nothing happened. To ready your weapon or fists, push F. To attack, push the L button. Okay, I got it. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, it needs a key. Oh! Ooh, rats! Die, rats! Ooh, rat meat. I can't wait to eat that. What you do is you make the potions of restore fatigue and sell those. Rusty iron war axe. Alright. To bring up your journal, push tab. Okay. Spells. I think I can get, like, let's put that one there. That one there. That one there. And whatever. Put that one there for now. Oh, come here, rat. My blade skill increased. Get a bow. Before you can use the bow, you'll need arrows. Would you consider checking out the film Brawl in Cell Block 99? It's an amazing film about a man sticking to his principles. I certainly can. Consider it, at least. As far as like finding time to watch everything, it's a little harder. Alright. To use a bow, you'll need to have both the bow and some arrows equipped. Alright, let's do that. Up, up, up. Alright. Alright, I don't like him to be like ready for business here, no pants on. Let's give him some pants. If you have a lockpick, you can try to pick the lock. Thank you for the $2, Zach. I really appreciate it. A little thank you for one of my favorite creators. I really appreciate that. Sarah, Jared, there's really nothing new to offer when a film is remade. Plot points are the same. It could even be that, like, you know, cinematography effects have gotten better, like digital effects have gotten better. But if you were to remake Ben-Hur, it's not like you can make a better version of Ben-Hur than what was shot on original equipment and those giant sets and everything. Like, that was great. All right, here we go. I picked the lock! You know, that's why you really don't need security skill. Unless you just want to use it to, like, practice with your bow. Shoot the bucket. Alright, here we go. Nice shot. You can retrieve arrows from the world as well as recovering some of the arrows you fire into enemies. Yep, I retrieved that arrow. A small crate with some lockpicks. I don't need torches. That club, though. We can smash someone with the club, maybe? Not a lot of clubs in this game. There's, like, axes. That's your blunt skill. Oh, there's a dead goblin here. That's cool. I wonder if the rats killed him. What's worse is when they start changing small things and make the overall story not make sense in remakes, yeah. I broke the game by spamming spells on myself. NPCs were spawning with ebony armor in my first dungeon. What? Really? Oh, you know, you could, I guess you could, like, level up a bunch in here. I think it's possible. To be fair, Evil Dead 2 is a pretty good remake of Evil Dead. Is it? I liked Evil Dead. I liked those, but I haven't seen them in a long time. Oh, to cast your selected spell, press C. Now, I love the combat here because you could, you know, you could actually use all your weapons at once, whereas in Skyrim, you really can't use all the weapons at once. You can use a few of the weapons at a time. Oops. Gotcha. But you can't use all of them. So like you have to put, you know, you have to put magic in one hand, and then like you have magic in a sword, but not magic in a sword and a bow. You can't do all of them. You know. We are totally going to be overburdened very soon, but it's okay. It's also dark in here. I think I might have put like a lightning effect on y'all's screen, so you could probably see better than I can. But that's another thing that I wish they did better with Oblivion was make... my destruction's already pretty good as a retin. Oh, a zombie! Well, that's lovely, isn't it? There we go. They make it so, like, you don't really need, like, night eye and stuff. It's not that useful unless you choose to make it useful, because the dungeons all have, like, quite a bit of ambient light. Like, I could probably, like, make it really dark somehow. And then, yeah, we should, all this should be a little higher, huh? Item fade, extra fade. And we turn it, like, make it darker. And distant, oh, okay. On, distant trees on. Wolf shadows, shadows on grass. High. HDR lighting, yeah, this is good. I have anti-aliasing forced on through the NVIDIA control panel, so it still looks good. Mort flesh, a skull and a bone with no value. She like, I remember saving that stuff thinking you could do something with the skulls later, but you can't. Ben-Hur of 2016 or whenever that came out, that was definitely not needed. Absolutely, there's no like, why would you remake like a Best Picture winner on that level? Although they did it with True Grit, I think they did it with True Grit. They remade it with Jeff Bridges. I think the remake was pretty good. The original was a John Wayne movie, and actually, I think the True Grit remake was probably better than the John Wayne version. I hate to say that, but you know, it's true. Later, rat. You know, but like, it's so dark, we could do. Bring up my journal. I'll bring up the magic tab. Okay, I already did that. Where's the torch? Over here? Over here. Oh, cool. I did manage to steal the potions. Rad. I didn't even look. Here we go. I'll put the torch in one hand and gotta put, look. There we go. This torch is not really working. Something is wrong here. Can I see in here? Ooh, I sneaked past something. Oh, there's a rat. Oh, more sneak skill. Gotcha. There's another rat. Prepare to die, rat. It's like, have you ever been like prairie dog hunting and you shoot and miss a prairie dog like 3 times and he still doesn't notice you shooting at him? It's like, what stupid creatures. I say that and people are like, you hunt prairie dogs, those cute little creatures? Yeah, we used to do that. Oh, Evil Dead 2 had a recap that made it feel like a remake because they didn't own the rights to their own film when it was distributed. Interesting. Weird. I say I didn't know that. Gotcha. Now, there's a chest over here. There it is. Nope. Now, if I was a dirty cheater, I would save before each one of these locks, you know, to save your lock picks. But I think I'm going to not be a dirty cheater for this one, for this playthrough. Rat meat. All this rat meat you can turn into valuable potions. Bones! Look at all the... Look at the bones! It's huge nasty teeth. Oh, and a helmet. Tomato. Some cheese. Lettuce. More cheese. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Alright. I have to start dropping stuff. We all knew it would come to this. There we go. Now we have some armor. Now you can keep the leather boots on. The weight of your boots will affect your ability to sneak, which is interesting. So you can keep 0 weight boots around and it will up your sneak. Just in case anyone's wondering. Why would you not want to put on iron boots? I don't know why. I don't know why they decided that. Like, oh yeah, it's going to be the weight of your boots that do it. Oh, there's a rat. Yeah, it's really dark on my screen. I'm like, I can't see anything. I'm like, going blind here. Like, checking these crannies. Like, isn't there chests in here? I know there's some gold further on. I think there's some gold up on this shelf, actually. Nope. I was wrong. Ah! Oh, interesting. I can't... Is that a two-handed weapon? Okay. Weird. Okay. Whatever. Maybe I have to, like, unequip the shield. Unequip that. And then maybe I can do it? There we go. Ah. Now I can see. See, this is more like what it's supposed to be. If your children are ever in the mood to watch a Disney movie with you, I recommend the 2015 Cinderella. I think we can watch that. Is the Al Pacino Scarface a remake? I don't remember. Is Oblivion your favorite Elder Scrolls game? It probably is because of the total things. It's not perfect. You know, there's things that are better about. Oh, actually, I want to save that one because I can get repair skill. And throw out one of those. Eventually, we're going to use that steel short sword. That's a really good pick. Because that's going to be a really strong weapon early on. When you just don't have any weapons. It's probably my favorite because like it does everything really well. It has like great mood to it. It has really good music. I really like the graphics. There's something about this mid-aughts kind of full-screen glow effect that just really I have a lot of nostalgia for probably no reason. But I love the way it looks. To me, I think it looks better than the other games in a bunch of respects. Skyrim, you know, it's higher fidelity, but there's something about like the lighting and the way just things looked and felt in this one that I liked a lot. I liked the game felt less. I don't know. It's hard to describe exactly why I think Skyrim's just not quite as good. It's not that Skyrim's a bad game. I felt like the leveling system in this one was deeper and more interesting in general. Same thing with Morrowind. I felt like when I was out exploring here, I could really find interesting stuff. And just not quite as much with Skyrim. And also the characters in Skyrim were kind of ugly, you know. You kind of have to run a mod for them too. Even though the ones in Oblivion look kind of waxed faced. Kind of like melting wax, like you're looking at them in a wax museum. So you got to pick all these mushrooms, guys, so you can make your potions, and then you sell them to Thorinir really early, and you can get a lot of gold early on. Should have the shield equipped. Whatever. I can block with the sword. Have my torch. Now I feel like I'm more immersed when it's dark and I have to use my torch. torch. Shovel. Too bad you can't use like broom and shovel as like a weapon. You used to be able to do that in Morrowind. Like you could just put like a mining pick in your hand and attack with it. The goblin up ahead hasn't seen you. Alright, let's go into sneak mode and we'll... Yes, gotcha. Oh. Put that on. Here we go. Where's that guy? There he is. You just barely see him on my screen. Your health is low. Uh-oh. Close to death? Oh, no. Luckily, I can heal myself. What's up, Bishop? Can anyone hear this? Test. I can read it. I can't hear it. Yeah, all of the elves in Skyrim looked really weird and alien, and I don't know it's good on one side because they really don't look human. On the other side, they just look weird all the time. But I do like this game with a little bit of a mod for the faces. I think it looks pretty good that way. Aha! Now we can make some sweet potions and sell them. Which way did we go? I think I can get some skeever meat here. Some rat meat. Oh, and a very easy chest. That was very easy. You still have any plans for review of the 2 Cuts of Legend? I do. I have the Blu-ray in the other room, but you know, things are really busy for me with the quarantine. I know for other people, maybe not, like they're stuck at home. But my wife kind of has to work from home, and so I'm actually busier than I normally am. As weird as that might sound. Let's see here. Yeah, let's make some. All right, add ingredient. Damage fatigue. There you go. Remove. We'll add. Nothing's gonna work with that. Move. But you can just do food. Like you do 2 food things and create a restore fatigue potion, and you can just level up that way. You know, create a damage health poison. Okay. You know, you can do stuff like that. It's really pretty easy. Watched Heat last night. I love Heat. It's one of my favorite movies. So this is all of the mods, all of the DLC, because it's like a Game of the Year edition. They just pop up randomly. You know, you get a thing for tracking down bandits. Ah, he saw me. There we go. City Goblin. I guess he tripped his own trap. This is what happens. There's like these traps, you know. Like here's the trip bar. You're supposed to trip it, and it's supposed to hit you, and like teach you to watch out for traps, but it just doesn't work. You know, the NPCs trip it, and then they die, and then you're like, what happened? It's the best thing about like this game is very loosely scripted. This is a fun thing about Oblivion. The game is so loosely scripted. Same thing with Morrowind, that you can basically not really expect, like it's different every time. The NPCs are unpredictable, and they do weird things sometimes because of their bizarre AI programming. They go the wrong direction, or they attack each other sometimes. You can have NPCs kill other NPCs, and then like you can't complete a quest. There's all kinds of weird things that happen in this game. And Morrowind too. Like Morrowind, it's the same thing. Like you can kill an NPC, and then all of a sudden you can't finish the story, or like you can't finish some quest. Oh yeah, you could do this, and then this falls down on the goblin. Yeah, kills the goblin. That's cool. Woo, woo, woo. Fine. The street shootout after the bank is nuts. It's such a classic scene. It really is one of the best. I think one of the best kind of shootout scenes they've done in movies. You've picked up more than you can carry. We're going to drop the rusty. What does the most damage? It all does like 1 damage because of how weak I am. So it probably doesn't matter. Let's drop that. Doesn't matter, does it? Let's open these chests. And you can get so many lockpicks in this first dungeon. It's really nice. And this like kind of creepy cave. It's so quiet. Yeah, Heat's a great movie. It's got Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in it. It's basically about bank robbers doing like a crazy heist. It's really, really good. Now, see, here's an example. Like, there's this knife, right? You can't use that knife as a weapon. It's just junk. It's just meant to be sold to somebody. That's it. See, it's so dark I can't see any NPCs. I love it. I think I'm just going to play it like this, just really dark. For some reason... Oh, there's another one here. Ooh. Got him. All right. Yeah, it's just a great crime heist movie, and I love some of the lessons in it. You have one character played by Robert De Niro, who basically is like, if you want to make moves on the street, make no connections, have nothing in your life you can't walk out on in 50 seconds flat when you feel the heat coming. Oh. Heal myself. Alright, see, there's a goblin up there. See him? I could just see him. See, it just improves the atmosphere if you like darken everything. Even though like the fire looks a little cheesy by today's standards, like seeing that goblin kind of rocking around in the light. Got him. Come on, big boy. Oh, he's like got potions and stuff. This is gonna be like the goblin chieftain. Oh, and he does lightning. I'm here. Smash you to bits. He has a soul gem for enchanting. I'll jump down there and kill these rats. Ah. The shaman staff. What are we dropping? Let's drop that. Okay. All right. Stick Fence Gate. That's a proper name for that. Stick Fence Gate. Gunfire heard in the shootout is actually from filming on location. Michael Mann isn't fond of fake gunfire that often used in post. Yeah, they, that's something that I've noticed. They'll replace a lot of gunfire, and what they'll do is they want the guns to sound like bigger and badder. So they'll replace, say, a pistol shot with like the sound of a shotgun. So it sounds really like, it has this huge sound. And that's just not, well, obviously it's not very realistic. But it does have a good effect, though. So I can argue for the effect for sure, because what you want is you want people to feel that gunshot has an impact. And a pistol shot in close quarters, like if you're next to a pistol, it's very loud. Just because it's not like a shotgun doesn't mean it's not loud. It's very, very loud. So I think having really high volume gunfire, I can see the point of it. You have found a repair hammer. Equip it and then repair some stuff. Part of the tutorial. Let's repair that. And we can repair We're just going to lose, I think, this Akaviri Katana, unfortunately. There. And it broke. There we go. Alright. Oh, how do we get out of here? Is it this way? Yeah. Okay. Going up. Or is this the way I came? We will find out by looking at the map. Nope, this is the way. I know a lot of Morrowind players didn't like the fact that they had a compass in this. It's like a little too easy. I think there's ways to mod this game so like the compass doesn't do anything, just like it is in Morrowind. But I don't know how fun that is. Heat is the first time they're on film together when they're sitting in the coffee shop. Benjamin Smith, love your videos. Thank you. Thanks for being on the live stream. I really appreciate it. My day's going okay. I'm having fun. Oblivion's an escape. I feel like we need more content that's kind of escapist in nature, that's just fun right now. You know, everybody's here and, you know, learning is not, it's really hard to focus on learning and stuff when you just want to have fun. Let's find a defensible spot and protect the Emperor. We need to get the Emperor out of here. Are there more bad guys? Let's jump into the fray. Come here. I will help. This guy's only used conjured weapons.
Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us. They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
See, it doesn't matter what you answer here, unfortunately. I don't know. I'll think about it.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
Oblivion is so much fun. Yeah, I get sucked into the side quests with Oblivion 2 more than the main quest. And it's the same thing with all of them, honestly. Morrowind 2. And Skyrim as well. I just like, it's, the game's about exploring, it's about your story, it's not so much about the story. Skyrim's also great if you get a chance to play it. There's a million different versions of it out there. There's like Skyrim VR. So here's deciding a sign. And, you know, if you guys, I mean, I could do like a straw poll to decide a sign, but, you know, I tend to be like a power gamer in which, like, you know, you pick the best one. So, for instance, this bonus to Magicka doesn't do much over the long term. The lady does 20 points of stats. You know, the mage just gives you 50 Magicka, which doesn't matter that much in the long run. The thief is the best because it gives you 30 points of attributes. Atronach is really interesting. You know, you have 50% spell absorption, and you recharge your Magicka. You know, the Lord, it's just not a very good. It's not a very good one. It's like 90 points of health is not that much, and then 25% weakness to fire is permanent. You know, that'll affect you at every level. Lover's Kiss paralyzes somebody, so that's a spell you can use. It's just not very useful. It's not that good. The Ritual. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Make undead run away, like, once a day. Wow. Doesn't do that much. Serpent. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't. The Shadow is the one that I picked early on because it gives you the invisibility, but you can get an invisibility spell elsewhere. So these ones tend to not be very good. The Steed's actually really good early on if you're playing a warrior and you don't want to walk around slow as dirt. So that one can be good. But another way to do that is actually when you're traveling, you take your armor off and then you run faster. And then the tower lets you open. Again, that's no point to that. The warrior's good. Strength and endurance are good. So the question is whether you want the 10 points endurance and strength, or you want 10 points endurance and willpower, or you want like triple bonus. You want triple bonus. Before let's hope this doesn't crash too much. Let's take a look at that straw poll and see what happened. Let's see. People are saying wizard. So wizard. Yeah, which one's good for wizard? Atronach, I'm not going to do any... I don't think I'm going to do, like, duplication bugs. You know, dupe bugs, I know how to do them, and I've done some videos on them, but, like, it's not really fair play. I think I'll probably pick... You know, do you want willpower, endurance? I mean, you could still pick something like this, agility, speed, luck, and then that kind of offsets what your weaknesses are going to be as a mage. So I'll probably pick that one because luck is really hard to get, so having a little bonus to luck early on can help. And even though we're going to do wizard, this will kind of offset the wizard stuff. Same thing with like this, so the strength. So we're going to do full wizard, I think, and I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah, we'll do thief. Yeah, thief is good.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me? Enough about you. Let's talk about me.
Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
I hope they bring back spears in Elder Scrolls 6 too. I miss spears. I also miss medium armor. Like, it was kind of cool to have all the different kinds of armor. And pauldrons, the missing pauldrons. There's no pauldrons in Oblivion. In fact, they had a joke about that in one of the Shivering Isles areas. There's an armor shop called the Missing Pauldron. Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness.
Yeah, spears were great. And spears, I mean, if they did it right, they could do a really good job with spears. Where, like, you can offend people from a real range where they can't attack you.
No trophies.
Yeah, nowadays you could really make that work really well.
But I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I
kind of like the stealth in Skyrim where you could sneak up and really like one-shot and stab people. I thought that was pretty cool.
Then fall.
I didn't feel like I had a lot of great stealth missions though, where like stealth really mattered in Skyrim. I'd like to see more of the new one where, you know, you really have to stealthily do something. You have to pickpocket people. I really liked quests like that.
You may as well make yourself useful. Carry that torch and stick close. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
I see a couple artifacts on his face. Oh, he's really mad at me. Look at him. Maybe because I stole from him.
My job is to get him out of situations like this.
Yeah, I think there's actually some transparency issues with this face mod right now. Maybe because of the way the shadows are working. It's kind of interesting. Little bug. Sometimes you can... Just gonna pickpocket this guy. Oh, he's attacking. They're attacking me. Oh man, I'm dead. That's what I get. Oh, and we're gonna have to go all the way back. Go all the way back. That's unfortunate. It's like, all right, that's the end of the stream, guys. We're going all the way back. Got to hit that quick save button before I... It's okay. We're gonna do this really... We're gonna do this the blazing wizard way. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna skip that, all this garbage here. I'm just gonna go quickly. They got really mad and killed me because I pickpocketed him. Who'd have thought? Look, see, the trap killed the NPC. I love it. I'll heal myself. Let's put on some light leather here. Go a little faster. Where's that? Ah. There we go. Up, 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 up. One thing I really liked about Skyrim, press A to take all. Very underrated, the old take all ability. Alright, dead gobbos. Later, dead gobbos. Obviously, I might get different loot this time. I hadn't really considered that. That might be fun. We're gonna go full wizard mode, I think, for this. Just like, screw this whole stealth business. You're dead. Where's the next one? Alright. I said, screw it, but I didn't mean it. Come here. There we go. You're dead. And yeah. I'm gonna shoot this one. Where'd that staff go? Did it roll down somewhere? Oh, it did. It's money. I gotta get the money. Your fatigue is low and you can't do stuff like jump around. You can't bunny hop like you're in Quake 3, my friend. Did I not get the staff? Ah, my friends, I think the staff fell somewhere where I don't see it. Those front rats are actually friendly, unlike the other ones, for some reason. I don't know why that's the case, but it is. Silly goblins. Skipping all this. Ugh. Get out of here. Another repair hammer. Skip the longsword. Don't really need that. Let's get going here. Think it's in the fire? It's in the fire. It fell into the fire? Did it? Oh well, it's 180 gold. I think you can just poop that in this game. I'm not gonna worry about it. Are flails in arena? They are in Daggerfall. I don't remember if flails were in arena. Yeah, stealth matters purely for archery damage. It's like, gotta keep that eye closed so you can shoot people with arrows. Now, did this autosave? We're gonna quick save. Am I going the right way? Let's find out. Let's find out. The voice of Arg. Let's find out. did it come from? I just felt like going behind them. Need a key to go that way. Well, that makes sense. The story of Skyrim has more to do with Morrowind than Oblivion. Yeah.
No, he is not one. He can help us. He must help us. They cannot
Thief. Alright, we're back where we were.
The signs I read.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine.
You can see my fate. Aren't
No.
you afraid to die? Where are we
I
going?
go
To my grave!
A tongue shriller than all the music. You
You shall follow me to your grave! This doesn't sound like the kind of party I want to be
May as well
part
make
of.
this-
Oh yeah, we already did this. Later, dude.
Stick close and let us do our job.
The Emperor may trust you, but I don't. Stay out of our way.
Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, well, they did have the Dragonborn DLC, which was okay, I guess. I thought the Skyrim DLC was honestly, most of it was pretty weak. You had the vampire stuff, which was okay. I mean, it was all okay. I didn't feel like any of it was really good, though. Whereas in this one, I really thought Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles were both really good. The vampire one was okay. I felt like if you went vampire route, it was okay. It was pretty good, actually. Just like the vampire form was way too powerful. And had no consequence. There was just no consequence to being a vampire in Skyrim, which was kind of weak. Whereas in Morrowind, it was a different game if you were a vampire. If you were a vampire, like, you couldn't talk to normal people. You couldn't do anything properly. And you could join like a vampire house. It was really cool. Like, I'll do Morrowind another day, and I'll just like go vampire immediately if I can. So I can make it go as quickly as possible to vampire, because it's just a different game when you do vampires.
Hold up.
Yeah, there, a way to see the Emperor, all that stuff would fit better in a story-based kind of scripted game. This game, NPCs run programs, but they're not scripted, so they do really unexpected stuff. Like, one of the guards is already dead, and normally that doesn't really happen. So you don't know who's gonna die. Renault died this time. I think the girl died. Yeah. Other times it's a different NPC that
Gate
dies.
is barred from the other side. A trap.
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Yeah, all that happened is like your fatigue was drained in the sun. In Oblivion, you died. Like, the sun would just burn you up very quickly. You could like run from one area to another if you were fast and could heal yourself, but that was it.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
In Morrowind, like, no one would talk to you, so you had to go find other vampires.
Guard him with your life.
Morrowind had the werewolf thing, yeah. I thought being a werewolf in Skyrim was just way too easy.
Told you to stay with the end.
Thought it was like way easy to be a werewolf
This one's mine.
in Skyrim. Like, it's the first thing you do. You're like, hey, join the brothers or whoever, and and you do, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're vampires, and so we're werewolves, so you can be a werewolf too.
You thought we'd go down easy?
There's so many of them.
You want
This
to
guy's gonna own me.
get back and protect the Emperor. This way.
Look at this pile of dead bodies. I feel like there's way more that spawned than I'm used to. But they're still spawning. Something's wrong here. It's not supposed to spawn this many guys.
You want to help? Get back and protect it.
Ah. Yeah, I think something bugged out right there. There was like, there's not supposed to be like 20 guys that spawn. There's supposed to be like just a couple. And then maybe because I didn't trigger the one that appears out of nowhere and kills the Emperor.
Hell, what makes you think he will get here before more of those bastards? Here they come again!
Weak potion of healing. It's weak, but we need it. Oh, there he goes. He just went through the floor.
He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them.
Yeah, maybe they keep spawning. Yeah, Zach I think is right. I think they keep spawning if you're not by the Emperor. Which might be an easy way to kill both the guards. Kill both the blades, you know.
They've not seen what I've seen.
Yeah, as a vampire, the game becomes a lot more about the journey. You're right. It's getting from point A to point B is really hard. There we go. Thief. Okay, I've done this a bunch of times. We're gonna start quick saving more because this is annoying. There we go. Baros will say something to me.
You may as well.
There we go.
I'm through talking to you.
I'm through talking to you. I don't like you. Okay, guys.
There's no time to...
There's no time to talk. You're the one who talked to me. You could sit there and grind the Mythic Dawn endlessly. That's an interesting idea. I think Baros is actually unkillable. I think the other one can be killed. Because one of them's like, you're an experienced, you know, warrior, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't have the right spell queued up. Like any RPG, forgetting to save because you got distracted. It's a curse!
This one! The Emperor's in danger!
I mean, you can really cheese this game, though, by not saving. You really can. I mean, by saving. Like, you can... You know, you do everything with one lockpick. It's because this game really lets you save a lot. Other games, they make you be a little bit more judicious about your choices.
Protect the Emperor! I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Die, damn you! Burn! The dragon fires!
Alright. Where are we going, guys? Oh, a chest. They definitely load you up with potions. They're like, you're gonna suck at this game. Better get some potions. In Morrowind, it's like you get this ring of healing that you just have to give back anyway. Good luck.
Let me take a look.
No autosaves is what made Dragon Age such a challenge. Dragon Age Origins, one of my favorite games. I'll do that one sometime too. That one I really felt like had a lot of replay value because every character you made had a different, different thing that they could do.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go.
Pathetic worm. This time we'll stay over here. We don't need to grind the... we don't need to grind NPCs.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
See if they spawn, actually.
I don't know. I don't see any good options here. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your left.
Oh, see, yeah, they tell me to wait there instead of help them. Look, they're... Oh, there they go.
Take that!
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the
All
prince
right.
of destruction.
Got the Amulet of Kings.
He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet. Give it to Joffrey. He alone.
So you can
knows
see
where to find
some little
the
flaw
last
with the face mod. You can see like his eyeballs.
and
It's
close
kind of funny.
shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Oh no! Oh!
You chose a
And the
bad
Emperor!
Oh, potion of night eye. Helpful.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead.
Compared to Todd promising
The
200
was
endings in
Emperor's
Fallout.
kings. It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
Well, the truth about Dragon Age Origins is a lot of it is the illusion of
I saw
choice.
something in you.
And this is really true with a lot of
Say it's the
BioWare
dragon
games.
blood that flows through
The
veins
choices
that
feel impactful, but they don't actually alter the story that much as far as what
amulet of
is happening or what you
sacred
really need to
symbol of
do.
the Emperor.
But it makes it
Most people think the red
makes it
dragon
feel
is dragon,
impactful.
but
So
that's
like
just
choosing
true.
werewolves over elves, you get the werewolves at the end of the game, but it doesn't actually change anything about the ending. The endings are all the same.
He must have given it to you.
You know, there's only one ending to Dragon Age Origins, which is you kill the archdemon. Right.
Joffrey, he said that? What?
So, same thing with Mass Effect. Mass Effect always had the illusion of choice, and it's only with the third one that people got upset about it because they were aware of it.
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral.
Arcane Warrior is pretty
You need to
powerful
get out
in,
of here.
in Dragon Age Origins.
That door must be the entrance to the sewers. That's the
You can
last-
actually solo
That's
the
what
game
we
as Arcane Warrior, like
It's
no
a
party.
secret way out of
I've
here.
I've
Or it was
and I should try this sometime. I've done it on like Nightmare as a Rogue by myself,
to the sewers.
like no party, just solo,
There are rats
and
goblins.
that's really hard.
from what
But
I've seen,
it's really fun. Like you can set
you're
traps, you can do
experienced.
all kinds of stuff if you know what you're doing, and you can really do a lot of great stuff. Yes, now choose your class. So let me see. I think Wizard won. So I think we're gonna pick one of the Wizard builds, or we're gonna make one. Do you guys think we should make a build, or should we pick a Wizard build? Yeah, Mass Effect 3 color-coded your options. You didn't have to think about them. Whereas Dragon Age Origins, it was 4 options or whatever for the dialogue. You had to think about what they meant and what they would mean to the character. You couldn't just click the heart. Like, it's like they designed it for, I don't know, children or like autistic children. It's like, click the heart to do a romance option. Click this other one to, click the red one to be a whatever it was, a renegade. So we could do Battle Mage. We could do... There's so many classes, there's no point in running a poll. So, I mean, Sorcerer would be one. Major skills, like this is like a heavy armor kind of class. Battle Mage. We'll do a custom class, maybe. That's geared towards Wizard, because otherwise you're going to end up doing like Witch Hunter. These are so weird. Mage, obviously Mage. We'll do custom class. Magic, and we really want probably want luck. So I mean, like it's good to start with the +5 luck. And then we'll go +5 intelligence. And if we roleplay as Wizard, then we won't need to do like heavy armor Wizard, like ultimate thing. So I'm gonna purposefully avoid a efficient build for this one. So we'll do int and luck. Right? That seemed good. Hey, Film Girl, good to see you. It would have been better if Shepard chose something based off the character you made him to be. Yeah. And I get that. It did discount all your previous choices, but none of them mattered in the story anyway. That's my point. It's like none of your choices actually mattered for any of the endings in the stories anyway. All the endings were basically the same, with a couple variations along the way. They felt different. They weren't different. And that's what's important. I'm not trying to dog on it and say people are wrong for feeling it differently. Those making the make those choices makes them more invested in the story, makes them more interested in the story. It's only if Mass Effect 3 pulls that mask off and says, haha, the endings are the same no matter what. It's kind of like, it just removes the magic, you know? Removes the magic. Like, I'd probably still pick Endurance over Int. Because you want to kind of offset your build. You know, Int or Endurance, that's really the question. So luck is just good to have. Probably Endurance. Because this will kind of offset any kind of problems you have leveling up. And we want our major skills. You know, we're going to want to pick, obviously, like Destruction. Stuff like that. Because we're not going for like an efficient build. We kind of want to pick some major skills that will kind of help us level up and do fun stuff. Pick one weapon skill maybe. Like, do Blade. That way we have like some skill with a weapon. And otherwise we'll pick stuff like, you know, Destruction and Restoration are pretty similar, but Conjuration is good. Conjure some armor, that way we don't have to carry armor around. Something for agility. What does everyone feel about movies that try to seem like one long shot? I think my thing is I think it ups the feeling of tension, which can be really good. You know? Really probably want like athletics. So run faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we could pick 2 more. Illusion. And see, block is endurance, so I think we're good here. Maybe Illusion's personality. Probably. Or you could go like a full wizard build. I don't know. And just like ignore all the other things. Do everything magic. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do illusion. We'll do, it's good, alteration, probably. So I know this is personality. And I need, maybe, I don't think we can do agility this way. Athletics get you a little bit faster. Get you a little bit faster at the beginning, which honestly it really matters at the beginning if you're like a heavy armor class. It definitely does. Acrobatics doesn't matter that much. You can level that up on its own pretty easy. Yeah, I think let's go, we'll do blade block and then we'll do like full wizard. So we'll do like alteration. I'm not trying to play this efficiently. Because we're actually not gonna wear armor, I think. Probably mysticism. Oh. Restoration. Yeah, so we do have like a couple weapon skills we can use, and otherwise it's good. You can gain quick enough just by jumping like a bunny. Yeah. Well, for acrobatics is jumping. Athletics is running. You know, you can actually level athletics by like swimming through the water, and it levels on its own. But it helps to like have a little bit of speed at the beginning for sure. We don't need sneak. We don't need this. All right, that's probably good. I'm gonna call it good. Wixard. Great Wixard class. There we go. Okay. Yes.
Really? I would never have guessed. Still, I don't think you'll have any trouble with rats and goblins.
After the sewers, then what?
Must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it? Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like.
You better
I'm not gonna film auto walking into a wall or jumping underneath a bridge to level stuff. That's annoying and not very fun.
leave.
Oh, he took my sword.
Give the Emperor in peace.
That's no fun. All right, it's okay. There we go.
You need to get at it.
Stop talking.
Now, we lost the ability to jump over buildings in Skyrim. That was something that I really thought was quite a bit of fun, was being able to put on Boots of Spring Hill Jack and like fortify your acrobatics and just like take a giant leap over the walls. You could totally break this game in really fun ways. And I feel like that's something that's been lost from a lot of modern games, is that impulse to break and explore them. Like, because YouTubers just complain about bugs all the time. They're like, oh, this is a bug. Oh, I can jump over the wall and it breaks the immersion. It's like, no, it's kind of fun to break a game, okay? That's what makes this kind of crap fun, is finding out how far you can take a system like this. And the Morrowind had tons of that. You could levitate yourself like across the continent and die in Morrowind, and it was really fun. Yeah, you'd only do that one time and it would kill you, but, you know, it was still fun that you could do that. Oh. Open that door. Whoops, I guess that opens that too. Quick save. There we go. Yeah, and creating your own spells. I mean, like, Skyrim was just missing tons of that stuff. And I really missed the wackiness that could unfold inside of Oblivion and Morrowind. Like, that's what they need to really bring back. So let players really go hog wild and don't worry about breaking the game. Everybody's gonna crap on Bethesda for like having bugs in their games anyway. The bugs are part of what makes it fun. All right, Frost Cracks. This is all the DLC stuff, like showing up in my bags. Battlehorn Castle. Deepscorn Hollow is the cool one. That's definitely the one that I like to stash my stuff in. All right, come here. There we go. Oh. All right. More arrows. Flour. That's going to be some fatigue potions, baby. Cheese wheels. Same thing. Oh, looks like we're going to have to make some potions in order to continue on. Flour and cheese wheel. And cheese wedge. And lettuce. All right. Those restore fatigue potions are money. Arcane University. I should figure out what I can discover from him once I can get in there. Whoa! There you go. You will die. Easy. He's got a silver nugget in his pocket. What's up there? Ooh, that blue light. Ugh. It's just the way it's supposed to be, guys. It's all supposed to be funny and blue and spooky. I miss the atmosphere of the old games. Skyrim had good atmosphere too, though. It really did. Especially those first couple dungeons where you're like going in there and like the mummies come out of the walls. Those were fun. Yeah, you can stack play. You can do all kinds of stuff in Morrowind. Might want to use the tower. The tower is a really bad spell, though. It's just not good. It's not a good choice. It's like I can roleplay to a certain extent, but role-playing really bad choices. It's like, of course, like in the real roleplay, like you wouldn't choose what sign you were born under. It was like, I choose to be born in June. No, you would be born under a certain sign. Really should create like a randomizer that will do all this for you. Now, one thing that's really good to do, by the way, guys, is create a save that's right before this exit, because they let you change everything before you go. You know, you change race, birth, like, you know, we could do tower, obviously. Once a day, open a door or container. Like, it's really bad. it's a bad spell. Yeah, so you could change everything that you want. What time is it, guys? Whoop, we're getting on here. All right. Let me see about the class. Magic. All right. Yeah, we're going to keep the class. All right, here we go. Now, this is a skill diary. We can just take it. So that's useful for like leveling up, if you want to do efficient leveling. It's a mod called Skill Diary. It's very useful. Now, what should we do first? I think maybe we should call it here for the day because we've been going for an hour and a half. There we go. Mud crab. And see, here's the thing about Oblivion. Like, I walk out and I look around and I'm like, I want to just go off somewhere. You know, I just want to go do something. Like, I just want to go over there in that mountain and see what's up. Same thing with Morrowind. And really, same thing with Skyrim, honestly. Following, like, quest markers is just not as fun as just doing this kind of thing. And here's that sweet music. Now, if you guys want like a cheese mode thing, I don't know if I want to show you guys the cheese. You can go get, you can actually get the black hand robes like right away at level 1, and they're really good. But I think that's kind of cheesy, so I think we're gonna not do that. That's kind of like a power gamer move. I haven't played Fallout 4, guys. Believe it or not, I never played it. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. I saw the dialogue wheel and I said, I'm not buying that. And doesn't mean I was never going to buy it. It was more just like, I'm going to wait until it's really cheap. And I just have never seen it cheap enough to be where I'm like, I want to buy that. That's all. Just never seen it cheap enough. Smashed her right in the face. Right in the face. That's what you get. Right in the face. Yeah, Fallout 4 is a terrible Fallout game. I keep hearing this from people who actually like Fallout games. It's an okay shooter with bad RPG mechanics. That's kind of what they started doing with Fallout 3, though, if we're being completely honest. Ooh, hand-to-hand skill increased. Take that. We should probably go sell some, like, stuff before we dive into this dungeon, because we're, like, out of weight here. I just love this music. It's just great. You know, the atmosphere. You hear like the birds chirping. It's like, this feels peaceful, and yet I'm killing things. I love it. Uh-oh. Something knows I'm here. There it is. It's a mud crab. It's a mud crab! There you go. Die, mud crab. Yeah, I totally won't be able to haul anything out of this dungeon until I go sell some stuff. So, we have discovered the door. We'll pick some flowers. We will steal the lettuce. We are over encumbered. Let's make some more potions. Lettuce and apple and tomato, onion. I still can't move. Alright, we gotta drop something. Rusty iron dagger. Sorry. Club. You're worth 3 gold. You're out of here. Alright. Let's check out this boat. Need that torch. Let's put that away. Okay. Actually, yeah, that's fine. There's a chest and a little chest. Jewelry box. It has a silver nugget in it. Someone just left this jewelry box here. Aha. A Nern root. Should find somebody who cares about Nern root. There's even like a statistic for like number of Nern roots found. It's a deer. We can hunt some deer. You know, the world is yours. I always wonder if my laptop would do Bannerlord. I'll have to play that game sometime. All right. Let's use the old the old gimme here. So this is another thing about Oblivion. It's like you can just fast travel into the city right away, which is a little bit cheap. I feel like you should have to walk there first. Well, here's a question. Thoughts on YouTubers trying to normalize amateur porn and dating people who create it? I have no idea about what the hell you're talking about. But that's because I don't... Maybe it's because I don't really pay that much attention to YouTubers? Let's just go... Alice. Let's just go over here. We're self-throwing here some stuff. I have no idea what you're talking about. So... Whoa, it's really dark here in this, it's spooky. Spooky. iDubbbz. I don't know who iDubbbz is.
What kind of deal can I make for you today?
Clearly not one that I actually
Only
pay
quality
attention
goods
to.
for sale here. What can I interest you in?
What am I going to sell? Oh, I have all of these things, and they're weighing me down. Give 2? Give away, yes. Let's give those away. I don't really need to keep them. I think you can give away stuff and still raise your mercantile skill, though, oddly. So where does that sound? Let's get rid of that queer ass. You don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need the shirt. The wrist irons you can hold on to. Now, sell 5 of those. Sell 3 of those. Let's see here. Sell 3 of those.
An excellent bargain.
Anything else we should sell? Sell that.
That's a good deal.
Sell that. Oh, a bear pelt. Yeah, let's sell that. These rubies.
A fine.
Get some gold going
That's
here.
a good deal.
Sell that sapphire.
An excellent bargain.
Sell that. Alright, I think that's enough stuff to sell for right now. I mean, eventually we'll replace all this armor with, like, mage stuff. But, let's see what he's got for sale. Anything. See, these are great. Sort of. For 7,000 gold. Good lord. Do you have any... No, let's go to the spell shop and get some spells.
Goodbye. Please. What kind of...
Since I didn't haggle at all, it wouldn't have mattered. So doing this little mini game, just quickly note.
I doubt it. I won't fight? Ugh. Really now. I'm with you. Completely.
There we go.
Goodbye. Please.
Let's see here. iDubbbz, who is a famous, popular YouTuber, recently defended staying with his girlfriend who opened an OnlyFans. Yeah, I know what OnlyFans is. Whereupon most people started clowning on him, but like some prominent YouTubers like H3H3, and PewDiePie defended him. So here's the thing. Would you be okay with your wife having an OnlyFans account? And if the answer is, well, let's go outside and just admire this. This looks great. Look at that moon. Print screen. Picture of that. Would you be okay with that? Most people would say, no, I'm not really okay with that. I don't want my wife. I don't like other people looking at my wife. Got to buy spells, oh well.
Oh, what's the matter with me?
Do the newbie dungeon. There we go. Most people would say, no, I'm not okay with that. And the thing is, if you're in like a relationship, you really don't own your own body. As weird as that sounds. You don't. The other person has a stake. They have a claim on that. My wife can tell me that I can't show up to a boxing match, for instance. She's like, I don't want you to get hurt. I forbid you from boxing. And I should probably respect that. If your girlfriend is opening up like a porn website, a bunch of dudes are going to be straight up like looking at her. Why would you tolerate that? That's, I wouldn't want that. There we go. Totally broke the fur boots there. I don't know. I don't know why you tolerate that. But moreover, it's like sooner or later you have to. You're gonna be not able to do that. Like people are not really gonna want to pay you a lot of money once you get older to like show off your body in porn. So what do you do? Like what do you do later? You can't escape that. Like that's gonna be around forever. It's really bad. I think that women really should avoid doing that if they can. And unfortunately, they make dumb decisions and they have to live with that. You could just like Google former porn stars talking about it. Like, I think Mia Khalifa, people love to dunk on her. She's like, I made like 12 grand in porn. Like, that's how much I made. And it was dumb, and I only did like 10 scenes or something. You know, she made like no money, and she's famous for being a porn star. And everybody disrespects her and dunks on her constantly because she happened to do porn once upon a time. Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have to put up with that. Ham. The guy's like, where are you? Oh, the iDubbbz thing is made funnier because he likely paid for the boob job. He paid for her to have the body to do that. Oh, my torch burned out. Whoa. Something's attacking me, but underneath the ground or what? Oh no, it's arrows, I see. Oh, they got me. I think we're gonna have to run over there and chop her down. Oh, there's another guy down there. What happens when I shoot him with an arrow? Well, I aggroed him. Probably need to check a potion or something here. Oh, more guys coming. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's check some potions. Whoa, those heal you up. Now, I forgot. I need to do... I have a couple of good spells here that I need to put on my thing here. Yeah, I mean he should be getting. Here we go. That there, and I have flare 6 points. Here we go. Let's put on a shield too. There we go. Thank you, skeleton. I'm like, yes, I forgot. I picked conjuration, so I have a. When you pick those spells, or when you pick the skills, you end up with some bonuses, which means that you get some of the spells already. So you get like a conjuration spell, you get like an alteration spell, all of that stuff. Hey, look, a bottle of beer. Okay. Now, let's continue exploring. Exploding too. Let's get these torches. Why not? Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood is one of my favorites. I really like the Thieves Guild in Oblivion, especially those final quests. They were just really fun, and I really felt like you had to be sneaky and clever to get through them all. You know, you collected the Boots of Spring-Hill Jack, which you can keep, by the way. All you have to do is fortify acrobatics before you jump down, and don't put on the shoes, and they won't get destroyed. You can keep them forever. I really liked the Thieves Guild quest. Someone down there? Yeah. Don't summon skeleton. Necromancy is illegal in Cyrodiil. The Mage Guild said so. You can summon skeletons in the middle of the Mage Guild. No one cares. She's going to dump iDub soon anyway. She's using him for clout and coin. Ooh, there he is. Is he looking at me? Is he looking away?
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Got the bandit. Oh, I still don't have any gloves. Let's check my armor here. Nope. Now I have some gloves and some new boots. Which armor? They're the same armor. Okay. Only one way to go here. Down. So many picks to pick locks. I don't know any lock picker that'd be like, yeah, I had to bust through about 100 picks to get that lock. Are you familiar with John C. Wright's Pangea books? Yes. Yes, I am. I need to do more content on John. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of great stories out right now. For some reason I have to take off the shield to get the torch to work. Wait, hold on. Do I have, maybe I have some like Starlight. There we go. I don't need to use a torch anymore. We'll use Starlight. There we go. This barely works. Apparently I could have talked to her. You know they're bandits because they carry lockpicks. Speak, friend, and enter. You ever play Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem? I have not. I have not played it. I like the title. Iron arrows, a bronze necklace. Money, money, money. Yeah, Starlight does not work very well. Boy. I gotta get Night Eye really quick. Gotta get like a See in the Dark spell. Very quickly here. Alright, I'm going the right way at last. Am I? Oh, there's the switch. Okay. See, this little dungeon is just here to teach you basic stuff. Like, oh, you press a switch and it opens doors. And there's bad guys. Oh, here's, look, this bad guy's is dead. Dead bandit. Dead bandit. Self. Starlight. Let's make that number 8 for now. Let's see. Yeah, I like to role play the world that I can't really see very well because we're in a deep dark dungeon far away from the sun. Yeah, take a look at our map here. There we go. I bet you there's some zombies in here. Oh, here's one. This is like practically a boss at this level. This guy's just not going down. Is that killing my skeletons? Guy's like, I don't care. I refuse to die. Yeah, there's got to be like a better light spell. Is there some... Okay, down we go. Deeper and darker into the deep, dark dungeon. Ooh. He one-shot my skeleton. Luckily, he is slow and stupid. There we go. Boss level zombies. Why did the Emperor let zombies and goblins live in his secret tunnel? That's a good question. You'd think he'd have a better measure on what was going on, like right beneath his palace. They also could have thought of like better monsters besides like goblins. Like goblins are social creatures and live in a social environment. Whoa! Oh, something's shooting arrows at me. Or something. Oh. Oh, skeletons. There we go. Got him. I am a powerful wizard. I cannot relax. Any moment not spent on my creative work feels like wasted time. But I can't do anything creative because I'm exhausted. Any advice? Force yourself to do something fun. It's in the book. I put it in the book. It's in this book. You gotta make it part of your schedule. You work, and then the last 30 minutes, an hour of the day, you watch TV or you play a game or something. You do something fun to recharge. Okay? You have to make it part of your schedule, just like anything else. Have you ever played Prince of Persia: Sands of Time? I absolutely have. Oh, Starlight does upgrade into Moonlight. Yeah, I think you do get a better one later. I think you're right. I have played Sands of Time. Sands of Time's a really good... ooh, a Steel War Axe. Taking that. Sands of Time's a really good game. In fact, it might be one of my favorites. I haven't played it in long enough that I'm not 100% sure if it would still be one of my favorites, but it's good. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's go up through this water here. Another way up. Let's check this room. Got it. Whoa, a whole nother room. A whole new world. Oh, hold on. Something's here. A rat! Can I get him? Or wait, maybe I can do this. Oh. Nope, that didn't work. Usually it's an easy way to upgrade, you know. Oh. Go. Just grab that. Yeah, Sands of Time's a good game. Definitely one of the better games for the PS2. But I have it on PC too. Oh. Thought that was my skeleton. Ooh, I should rest. I leveled up! So this stream will be level 1. Level 1 is accomplished, guys. Next stream we'll do level 2. And maybe we'll do something a little different. Like I'll go get the robes or something. Are you fond of chess? I haven't played chess in a long time. I used to like to play it when I was a kid. I'm not good at it. I don't know enough to be good. What I feel like. And now that I'm old, I'm like, it's a skill I don't really care that much to learn. Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while, guys. I'm not gonna flawless this. There we go. Should be a rat in here. Die. Treasure! 12 gold. Woo! At level 10, you can get the unbreakable lockpick from Nocturnal in her quest. That's another thing. Like, if you actually know about some of the, some of the artifacts, it makes the whole thing a lot less exciting to pick different skills. I conquered level 1. Yeah, maybe the Emperor thought that like having goblins under his castle would like deter people from getting into it. But I think it's more than likely they're like, well, we need to populate this with low-level creatures that are obviously low-level RPG creatures. Goblins it is. We're not making kobolds. If only they made kobolds, then that would be perfect. The Wabbajack. Get some of these Welkin stones. Now this is a trap that will hurt you, so I'm gonna walk around that. Collect some more of these. Ooh. So many arrows at the end of this. Where am I? Oh, left or right? That's really the question, isn't it? Let's try right. Oh. Silly skeleton. So one bad thing about Oblivion that they just made even worse in Skyrim. So much of the loot is scaled to your level. So Eon's old alien ruins have some 12 septim coins. Yeah. Yep. Something they did. But I think there's a lot of places in both games where that's not the case. There's definitely places in this one where that's not the case. But because this is definitely the starting dungeon, same thing with the first dungeon in Skyrim, that one where you find the Draugr and stuff. It's really just there to get you acquainted with the game and give you a little dungeon dive to get you some loot early on and get you primed to play the rest of the game. What I loved about Oblivion is you had that long quest to get all of the, like, Alien... I'm trying to remember what they were. All the, like, alien helmets or whatever they were. And then you have the dragon masks in Skyrim that also did that. Oh, see, now I made a mistake and I opened all of them at once. Here, let's try maybe... Absorb health is actually really cool. Should put that on there somewhere. Let's try maybe like a... We should definitely do that. Then we should Shocking Touch. That gets rid of him. Chug a potion. Chug some of those weak potions. Another thing you can do if you don't want to cheese it, you can get like the arena gear early on, and it's actually really good. It's actually quite good gear early on for the level, you know? One of the things I like about Absorb Health is you can make a really strong Absorb Health skill that will just completely heal you while killing the enemy, but you get high enough level. You can't do that in Skyrim. You don't have any of that wacky, the wackiness isn't there. Not quite as wild and wacky. Got the chamber key. Treasure chest. Woo! The touch spells are much more effective than the range spells. Yeah, everything is a balancing. So, like, you know, your touch skills do more damage, but they have more risk because you have to actually be physically close to your enemy. Whereas, you know, then there's ones that have, you know, do damage all the way around you. Those are really fun too, where you can come up and touch an enemy and it kills like all of them around you. Used to be able to make skills or spells that would just drain your magic in one go, and those were really fun because you could just instantly kill an enemy. Had one that would kill an enemy and then turn you invisible. Was I think one that you can do. So you come up, you touch the enemy, and then you turn invisible, and it all works. Yeah, let's do like a Shocking Touch, Cold Touch. Shocking Touch. Put that right there. Oh. See, it just kind of absorb your health. It doesn't do that much damage because I'm like level 1. There we go. Kill those bow skeletons. Umbra is hard-coded. Yeah, Umbra is great. You can also get her, like, her whole armor is really good too. But she's really hard to kill at level 1. You gotta be pretty clever to kill her at level 1. There's ways to do it, like you could stand on the ledge with a claymore and like smack her, and it's just like long enough to smack her in the face, but she's perpetually healing, so you have to like have that as a major skill in order to have some skills in it. Let me see. I think there's the switches on that ledge. Yeah. Absorb that skeleton's health. Has any game ever inspired you to write a book? I don't know. I mean, this game could be... I would consider this game pretty inspirational. I've played it a lot. I've really enjoyed it a lot over the years. Morrowind too. I don't know if they inspired me to write books, but definitely enjoyed them. It's part of the whole thing. I mean, inspiration's part of like the entire thing that goes on. All right. I think we're at the end. I think there's like one more skeleton. Yeah, come here. Shoot a fireball at you. Also, I can conjure a skeleton. My skeleton will go get you now. I like to cast fireballs. Ah. There we go. I got rid of him. That got rid of him. Alright, I think we're at the end here. Whoa! Yeah. These traps. Fun. Oh, the alien statues, yes! Oh no, now I'm over encumbered. What am I throwing away? Something. Something's gotta throw that rusty shield away. Get out of here. Rusty shield. Gonna break that rusty shield. No, there's some treasure over here. Right. So much bone meal. Bone meal for days here. There's the coffin. We just like buried the skeletons here and they got out of their coffin. It's like your dog getting out of your yard. Can you come get your skeletons? They're out of their coffin again. Oh, come on. And there we go. What did I just pick up? Oh, my sword's about to break. Ooh. I'll drop one of those. Oh wait, I have a repair hammer. Let's repair it. Okay. My meta knowledge is impressive. Thank you. I don't quite know what that means, but yeah. Thank you. Whatever you mean by that. It actually raises the question of who keeps reanimating them. Yeah. Or like if they've been animated the entire time since like the ancient days of the aliens. Am I not freeing them? Am I not doing good by killing them and giving them rest? Or are they completely mindless? Hello? Yes, a wizard! I'm gonna get some wizard robes! What's your name, dude?
Take that.
I have like no blunt skill. There he goes. What's his name? Jalbert! Black wide pants and dark shirt. That's what Vincent Valtieri is wearing. Necromancer robes. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Oh, how did I lose? I must have a disease. Do I have a disease on me? I do, don't I? Drain agility, drains. I have a disease. No. I have a disease. How do I get rid of the disease? See if I have a potion of like cure disease. Probably don't. I'll have to go to like a shrine. I wonder. Let's put that back on. What am I dropping? Got rid of 7 pounds. See if there's any food I can cook up. Oh, here we go. No, it's going to get rid of 5 pounds. Alright, you know what? We'll just drop the axe. I'm not leveling blunt in this character anyway. Don't need it. Bone meal, brass pearl ring. All this will be money. See, this is like, that's like the boss of the dungeon, and here's like the loot at the end. You get some lockpicks. You get another mortar and pestle if you don't have one. I think it probably might like be a better one inside there. Those don't give me anything. Undelivered letter. I apologize that I have not written before now. I pray that you worry not. How could you have known that your patrol would stumble across my outing at the cemetery? There was no denying my deed, a sack full of limbs and grave soil still fresh on my boots. With your men standing by, what choice was there but pursuit? Question mark? Lest they suspect your own true nature. Truly, I am glad it was you to expose me, and not another whose spellfire may not have missed my escape so widely. My new haven provides safety and bodies to work on, whether those long dead or hapless bandits. I will be content here for some time, though I dare not yet to say where. Care for Cashew. And know that when the time comes, I shall return to live again in our beloved Daggerfall. Until then, Captain Cordius, remain vigilant and always hidden. Jalbert. I always thought that there was be a quest for that, you know. Like, oh, I got to deliver this letter to this person, and I'll learn about these necromancers. But it's good. It kind of gives some of the flavor of Oblivion there, like the necromancy, you know, the dead body here. You know, there's just like this stuff sitting around. Mort flesh. Bones. Quilted doublets. A shovel. He's clearly been like digging people up. It's fun. There he is. I've stripped him naked and stolen his robes. The robes aren't good until you get like legitimately good robes. And you join Mage's Guild. So that's probably what we'll do next time, is we'll do Mage's Guild. And that will be fun. Go through the Mage's Guild as a mage. You get rid of disease by praying at one of the churches. Yeah. I must have gotten... Yeah, you get like shakes and stuff from the rats. It's true. To pray at the shrine. But see, sometimes you get like one of those. You get like a potion of cure disease. And you can just drink that. This is actually... oh no, it's cure poison. Never mind. You can... It's actually really necessary depending on what you're doing in the game. Whoops. I guess I fell down. Oh well. Like if you go evil, then you actually can't get the blessings from the shrines because your infamy's too high. So you have to use the potions of cure disease, because otherwise you can't really cure disease. People will like you less if you're diseased. I didn't know that. I know they like you less for other things too. Alright. And let's go to... Alright. Oh, there's a bad guy. There he is. Come here, sir. You're on the naughty list. You, sir, are on the naughty list. Ooh, bound armor tome. Sweet. That's a find. All right. Yes. Bound Cuirass. So this is sweet. These are great spells. For a mage, anyway. This was really good stuff in like Morrowind too, I think. So like bound armor. There we go. Got some Daedric armor on. Bam. This doesn't last very long, unfortunately. All right. Okay, so I think that's probably going to be it for today. We will play some more games another time. Thanks for stopping by for the stream. I really do appreciate it for whoever came by and had a little fun with me and just talked to me for a bit. I really like, I think this is fun to do. You guys should play more games, have a little bit more fun escapes going on. I need to actually get to work and record videos for the week too, so thanks. New book is called Keys to Prolific Creation. It's right here. Okay, so you can check that out. And it's take $2.99 for the ebook, and you can get the physical as well. I've fixed a lot of little things, so if you got it day one and you find a typo, chances are I already fixed it. And the audiobook will be coming at some point. I'm waiting on Amazon to approve that. Same thing with Eyes in the Wall. It just takes a little while for them to get through that stuff. So go to the Lovecraft Town. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe we'll make a straw poll for like what we want to do next week. I just kind of wanted to goof off. Oh, we didn't level up. So actually, let's do that real quick, and then we'll if this doesn't crash on me, we'll level up, and then we'll call it a day. We'll sleep in one of these guys' beds. Listen to that beautiful music. Sleep in the tent. And sleep 6 hours. 7 hours. 7 hours of rest. You got to get really well rested to take on skeevers and the rest. All right. Oh, we got a +5 to speed and agility. We better take those. And the question is whether you want to get like +1 to luck or you want to do something else. You know, that's always the question. I slept in the bed of the person I just murdered, Rainier. That's the way that we do this. So if you murder someone, you get to own their bed and sleep in it. That's the way it works. Or we want to do int or willpower is the real question. I did the 15 luck so I wouldn't have to spend points in luck going up. Or endurance. We actually should probably do endurance because that's health. Even though int and willpower matter, we can get those later. We want as much endurance as possible early on. So we'll do that. Ah, beautiful music. And look at that wonderful sunset sky. There's something about the aesthetics of Oblivion that I just really love. Even though, you know, it's not as high fidelity as a newer game, the aesthetics really, you know, they're really great. That little flame there. It just looks great. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll probably be doing this every Saturday at like 1 or 2. So, you know, also a handicap because you know the game so well. Yeah, you should be required to spend a point in luck every time you level up for RP reasons. Namely because it was your cell the Emperor walked into. I could see that. I think I already messed it up. But maybe in the future we'll do that. And also as a handicap because I know the game. Yeah, it has a peaceful atmosphere but also like great combat. And, you know, if you feel you feel like you're really going into a dangerous place and you go into the dungeons. All right. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.